is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Morning, everybody.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
All right. Welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. I almost said the wrong show there for a second. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday all across the good old US of A. We're streaming live on the Imperial RV live stream on our Facebook Live page. And Andrew's over there dialing up our first guest. We got things rolling and rocking now already. The show is brought to you in part by our good friends over at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. You can check them out of Carlisle. They are locally owned and operated. You get a wonderful 12 by 50 assigned spot. Security gates are 24/7. Security cameras, discounts for multiple spots. Just fill out a application, make an appointment to do that. Call Tracy, Dick, or Danielle at 515-822-1362, and they will take great care of you. That's where I keep my stuff, and you will like it down there. Good morning, John. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Fish and Dave. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, that's for sure. So we got a fun show for you today. We got Larry Mack coming on. We're going to be talking a little turkeys today. I got Larry Mack on here at 7, and then 8 o'clock we got our Iowa turkey biologist Jim Coffey coming on, and we're going to get a turkey update, see how things are going there. We'll have fishing reports. I'll have you get a chance to win some Iowa Deer Classic tickets. I got those. I just showed everybody that on the live stream. I'll announce the secret listener of the week, and by the time I do all that, Smoke and Joe, we're going to get out of here for a quick second. So anyway, excuse me for a quick second. I don't know what it is about this studio, but I got to sneeze. Hang on.
Again the next day. He'll just get up and do it again. Yeah.
Sorry about that. All right. So, been a busy week. Got a chance to go over and see Herman's yesterday. See Don A. and Dustin and Frank and Laylee. Laylee was there. They're getting ready for Valentine's Day. I went over and saw Dallas over at JLM Guns. Got a chance to check with them. We got man. Can you February 1st? Can you believe it's February 1st already? Good morning, Greg. How you doing, buddy? Tony, good morning. Good to see you guys on the live stream there. Iowa Deer Classic's 4 weeks away. We got the big Harrisburg show. Yeah, he's over there having another 5-minute conversation. So, yeah, blah, blah, blah. The big Harrisburg show's going on, a 9-dayer. That's a marathon of a show. But we got a lot of our friends. Chris Allison from our friends over there at Slim Knox County Whitetails is out there. Mike Watkins, Trophies Plus Outfitters from Wyoming and Montana's out there. I talked to a broadhead manufacturer out there yesterday, Ken Isringhausen over there in Illinois, and a lot of folks enjoying that. So a lot of going on. Let's head over to the phones because I want to get him on here before his Rice Krispies get soggy. Larry McCoy, everybody. How you doing, Larry Mack?
Doing good. I'm having a hard time hearing because they're popping, boy. They're popping.
Yeah.
That's kind of an industry secret. You love your Rice Krispies.
Oh, Rice Krispies and Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles is the way to go. I'm telling you, Dan. You're missing out. Them Cocoa Puffs don't treat you right. I know. They made you late made you late in the woods a lot of mornings.
I know. I know. Can you believe it's February 1st already?
February 1st. I know. Crazy. Turkey season's coming on quick.
Yep. Good morning, Dale. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Jeff, up in New York. Good to see you. Yeah, you and I were talking yesterday because I was asking you about, I want to do something different for turkeys this year for broadheads. And Skippy and I are kind of working on something, but I don't know if we'll have it ready this year or not. But you and I were talking about, you said, have you looked at a thing called a tomahawk? And I honestly had not seen that broadhead before. And I talked to the owner of that company yesterday. They're going to be sending you and I some of those to try this year. And you've hunted with that, and you said you've shot several nice birds with them.
Yeah. Back in the day, I mean, I hunted with them. It's a big cut mechanical that, it performed really, really well. So I don't have anything. They flew really good, I remember, but I killed several birds with them or shot several birds with them, and they did the job. There was what was it? The only thing that I was looking at is with the design may have changed just a little bit now, but they had the bands that came with it. I just changed them with regular braces bands back in the day, but that's probably because they sit in my tray for so long. You know, sometimes them rubber bands will dry out a little bit, so you just want to make sure they're good. But man, the broadheads work good, and yeah, I'm excited to because they're a big and they cut a big old hole. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I can't, they look like they would. I'm telling you. Good morning, Rick from Arizona. How you doing, buddy? Rick's in Arizona. Good morning, Bill. Good to see you. Got a lot of people here on the live stream. I don't know. I miss you and I. Well, you got to go to Triple H because you were filming Ryan, but I missed the fall. So, God, it seems like forever since I was out there with Donovan and Hilly and Connie and everybody.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a good fall, and I can tell you, the spring's going to look. It looks really, really good for this spring. We saw a lot of turkeys out there, a lot of big groups of longbeards, and so yeah. Once an early season like that, it can be. I got mixed feelings about early season turkey hunting, especially that early, just because it can be really, really good when things are kind of advanced and the weather's right. But a lot of times they're grouped up. The toms and stuff are grouped up, and the birds are still grouped up, which can make things difficult. Because they just want to kind of follow the leader. You feel like you're in the chips. You're seeing a lot of birds, but early season, a lot of times like that, it's like, man, I feel good, and then you turn around, you see one bird turn around, walk the other way, and they all turn around following.
Yeah.
So, because it's a lot harder to call a bird in. So, one of the techniques I've used early season like that to be successful, I feel like, is sit there and watch that, the show, but enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Call a little bit. If you get one to break, you do. But once a little bit later in the morning starts to get a little bit later in the morning, the birds start to separate a little bit, and I feel like you have a better chance of calling one in. A little bit later in the day.
Yeah. Jackie Johnson said, "Tell you hi."
Oh, oh, Jackie.
Yep, Jackie, pure whitetail Jackie. Yep. She's quite the lady. She's a good hunter, and she does a lot of good stuff for Josh and Grant over there at Pure Whitetail. If Pure Whitetail could ever make a dust for turkeys, man, we'd be covered up in tail fans. You know that?
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you right now. I mean, them turkeys, they smell that dust. Yeah, right. No.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know what? Here is the thing that I have done, though. Speaking of dust, and as they get into the nesting stuff, there has been, an area where I know the birds are frequenting quite a bit. I have made my own dust bowls, almost like a scrape, and had hens start using it, and then put a camera on it. It's pretty crazy. Whenever they move into a new area, the hens will take them their dust. Next thing you know, the toms, they just kind of sit over in the corner and strut and wait for them to get done, and then push them on off. But there was a place on the farm down there. It's like there should be a turkey here. It just looks so good, so aggressive. And I never ever saw a turkey there. I thought, well, I'm going to make a couple dust bowls. So I did, and I put a camera on it, and it was the last week of the season, and finally the turkey showed up there, and they started dusting them.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, one of my goals is I'm going to try to harvest one in that field this spring.
Yeah, I always like filming them when I'm out there and I see them dusting. It's pretty funny, man. They get into it. That's how they take their baths. Get the bugs off of them, and no, you're right, man. Them toms will just sit there and spit and drum and strut around until they get done out of there. So
yeah, until they get done, they just wait for them to get done. But yeah, coming in. I mean, everybody too is with turkey season coming in. It's like especially early. But as the season progresses, you'll know, because when people are scouting for turkeys, right now they should just be looking for turkeys to know that there's turkeys on the farm, because there's a good chance you're going to see multiple toms together. And where they're roosting, keep note of where the birds are roosting. Now, that is subject to change down, as it gets a little bit later and the birds start to split up. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to leave your property or not be a frequent visitor of your property, but just kind of keep an idea of where they're roosting, especially on new pieces of property, because this time of year is a good time for that to know, hey, where do the birds like to be? Number one, and then go watch them watch all the birds, which direction they're wanting to move out after they establish their pecking order in the morning, and just note all of those things. It's going to help you be successful for sure when the season opens.
Well, and I did a post the other day. I said, don't forget about your Tacticams. You get your trail cameras out there. That's a great resource for doing your turkey scouting. You're already going to be out there shed hunting, right, Larry? So
Sure.
throw a camera up next to a place where they're roosting or strut. Find a strut zone, and that way you can pattern them. And when April gets here, you're going to be in way better shape.
Yeah, and once you know where the birds are pretty much where they like to roost and they like to be, and if you've got a camera up one direction or the other from there, you're going to know kind of which way they want to move. It might be the afternoons before you get pictures of them, which tells you they're probably working all the way around and coming by there in the afternoons to head back towards the roost. If they're coming by the camera there, and it's probably optimal in the morning that they're coming that direction. So it's really just documenting those notes, paying attention to the details, and then the details of the details, like we've talked about several times. And you'll be more successful that way for sure.
Yeah.
And learn a lot about your farm, your property, and the way the birds are doing, how many birds you even have, all of that, which is vitally important.
Well, and you get to see when your bucks are dropping their both sides of their sheds too, or their racks. So it's nice to get that out there in the spring, and that way you got that working for you 24/7. Jackie, you're more than welcome. Chris DeMont, good to see you this morning, and thank you very much. We appreciate that. So everybody says hi. Tell you hi, Larry.
Hey, everybody.
So you actually,
it's been a while since I've been on here.
yes, well, you've been busy. You've been, last year you actually shot one with your shotgun down in Missouri, didn't you?
Yeah, the old boomstick. I broke the old boomstick out and went out and had one come in. That was actually a rainy day hunt, which is one of those, one of those mornings where nothing was really talking at all, and just a lot of soft calling and sitting in the right spot, I guess, So, and then finally, we were in the zone. He got close enough to us where he was in the zone to where we finally gave him the gobble. But it was a fun hunt. He come in the rain, but still got aggressive and really whooped up on the decoy. So
yeah,
it's a fun hunt.
Yeah, that's half the fun's when they start hitting the decoys and stuff. So
yeah, that's the thing. I'll tell you, bow hunting turkeys it'll really it'll help you be a better turkey hunter when it comes to getting the turkeys in close, and because there's so many times that I would have missed the show. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that too, but because the bird's coming in, they're in range, and I go ahead and you'd go ahead and take them, versus really letting the bird come in, settle down, because that's human nature. You feel like you're going to be rushed, all the time. So a lot of people just like boom when they want to shoot them with a gun, but when you're bow hunting, a lot of times you got to be patient. You got to sit there and wait for them. So it's really over the years. I mean, I find myself being a lot more patient. If the bird's on the decoys for 10 minutes, he's not going anywhere. If you got a shotgun, you might as well let him put on the show. Pay attention to what he's doing and learn something. Learn how they act, learn how they act, and how what kind of sounds they make and all that. So it's been really, really cool to see that, because every turkey's different.
Well, that's just you get to hear. I mean, the turkeys make somewhere between 26 and 28 different vocalizations, and when they're in that 5, 6, 10 yard range, you get to hear stuff that just blows your mind. I mean, it's like, oh, that's kind of new, But
Yep.
yeah, that's half the fun. I ordered a Savage 410 yesterday from JLM, and I'm gonna try to take one. I might take that to Pennsylvania when I go out there with Rupert this year, and do that. Put that TSS load in there, but man, I tell you what, those shotguns have really come down in price. I was really kind of pleasantly shocked. It was under $400.
Yeah. Yep. 410. The TSS. That'll do it. I know Philip and stuff. He's been using that one from CVA and the Scout, and I'm sure this spring I'm probably going to use a Scout a little bit as well. But yeah, they're priced, priced to sell, and they do the job. That TSS is, man, a lot of people, it is expensive. There's no doubt about it. People, that's the biggest complaint that you hear from people, because it's not the performance. It's just getting your hands on it and the price of TSS. It's just expensive. But I will tell you this, it is highly effective.
If someone would have told me that I was going to be pumped up about hunting a turkey with a 410 20 years ago, I would have laughed at them. It's just, technology is amazing, man. The way they've taken those loads, and I mean, you could shoot a 410 out to 45, 50 yards and smoke a turkey.
Yeah. Yep. Ain't no doubt.
I mean, it's just crazy.
For sure.
We're visiting with Larry Mack. We're talking a little turkey. I'm going to take a real quick break. When we come back, I'm going to ask Larry to give you some tips on some strikers and calls, kind of go through what kind of strikers to make sure you carry with you. And we'll, if you got a question, you can hit me up on the live stream and I'll ask him for you. But here, Larry Mack, hang on. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
If bow hunting or archery is your
What's
passion,
up, everybody?
get to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport. Archery Field and Sports has been helping archers and bow hunters for generations.
Sorry, folks.
They have the experience to help you with your purchase and help you reach your goals. Archery Field and Sports carries archery gear from Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, and Bear, plus all the top extras and accessories you'll ever need.
What's everybody doing today? Anybody got any questions for the Mac?
Setup techniques and our experts at personally fitting you to the bow you want. They also have a 40-yard indoor range that will help you with getting
we're only 6 weeks out from turkey season.
Has leagues and personal
right?
training sessions available
Well,
for you.
about 7.
For the upcoming seasons.
Well, it depends. If you go to Florida, 5 or 6. If you go to Nebraska, about 7.
Open Tuesday through Sunday with.
It's gonna be here pretty quick.
For more information, go to archeryfield.com or call 515-265-6500.
Strings and cables make or break your bow setup. You want a string and cable that does not stretch and is reliable, so when your bow is tuned, it stays that way. You need gas bow strings. They're stable, consistent, and reliable strings and cables that come with a 1-year warranty. Gas bow strings made
there
in
you go,
Kansas City,
Jeff.
Kentucky,
Good for you.
and family operated. So next time you order a new bow or replace your strings and cables, try Gas Bow Strings and shoot with confidence. Check them out at your local dealer or online at gasbowstrings.com.
At American Family Life Insurance, we know that protecting your family's financial future is a priority, and life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen. You'll feel good knowing you've taken steps to protect what matters most if you were to pass away. Plus, life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
If you're an archer, you know how important the feel and performance of a bow is on your ability to send that arrow to where it needs to go. Not all bows are made the same, and that's especially true when it comes to gearhead. Gearhead bows are made in the USA and feature models that are compact, quiet, and lightweight. These bows maneuver extremely well, whether you're in the tree stand or the ground blind. If you're a saddle hunter, Gearhead is definitely a bow you need to check out. Gearhead bows are engineered to be ahead of the game on the newest tech available out there. Gearhead.
No, ma'am. That's just. I think that's my last bag of all day set. To be honest with you, Jackie, I'm kind of depressed.
Deadly accurate and affordable. So when you're looking for your
when
next
Josh told me he wasn't going to sell coffee anymore, I bought a bunch and put it in the freezer.
In Altoona, Iowa, or go online to www.gearheadarchery.com. Stack the deck on your next hunt with Gearhead. Shop online at gearheadarchery.com.
I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to have to go back to Folgers, I guess.
Sports in Altoona.
You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise, so you can stay undetected from that giant you've been chasing all season. I need hot coffee in the mornings, Jackie. I need all the help I can get.
Without letting anyone know where you're at walking in. Have you ever heard of Onyx? Onyx is one of the most important pieces of hunting gear that you can use and always have with you. The Onyx Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines, or some possible next
Josh and Grant.
The Onyx Hunt app is also a great way to
almost
see your
every time I ordered something, I'd always go get a bag or two of coffee.
Onyx is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens all around the country as a valuable hunting tool.
That morning embers, that was good. There's like 2 or 3 different types of coffee they had I liked.
At your app store
I think it was morning embers.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your
What's the
home
weather like in Ohio? Is it nice?
comfortable. Now is a great
Man, can
time
you
to call
believe they
the
had another
experts at
plane
Wyckoff
crash last
Heating
night
and
in
Cooling
Philly?
at 287-6000 to
That's just
schedule a
nuts.
check on your
And that
current
poor
heating and
kid,
cooling systems.
you know,
Is
going
your
there for
house
a
too
treatment,
dry and
and
giving your
that
family
was
issues? A
heartbreaking.
Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving
Can't
Iowa
take today for
residents and
granted, man.
businesses
It's
for
just
over
crazy.
70
You just never
years.
know.
They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating
Yeah,
and Cooling
I agree,
will bring
Jackie.
you peace of mind.
Thank you. You're right on it, Chris.
Every day.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call. This is Outdoors Dan. My guest is Larry Mack. We're talking turkeys. If you want to call in and say hi, you can. If you've got a question on the live stream, we got that rolling. You can just message me on the live stream at the Outdoor Call Radio page on Facebook. Jackie said it's a beautiful day today. Yesterday we almost got to 60. Felt great. Definitely ready for turkey season. Amen to that. I like 60 degrees, Larry, don't you?
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm all about it when the birds are gobbling and the crappie are swimming around with their mouths open. You like it.
Yeah, I think you like fishing as much as you do turkey hunting. You're.
Oh, hey, I ain't opposed. I'll go out there and rip some lips. I'll tell you that.
So I talked to the Rupert, and he's got some new stuff coming out. He's going to introduce it to Deer Classic, but it's every striker is going to have a different pitch or tone to it. And what's like rosewood or hickory or walnut? What's some of the different strikers you like to carry with you, and what's the properties of that you like?
I mean, usually, like basically the hardness and is it, and obviously the design, the tip design and so on and so forth. But if you like if you want to cut a lot, I typically go to a little bit harder striker with a little bit smaller tip, and to where you can cut, you can make little short movements that'll make the cuts really sharp. But Purple Heart, walnut, hickory are pretty common strikers when it comes to that. I like to carry at least a minimum of two, usually one with a little bit two different materials, and one of them may have a fan tip, which you'll notice some of them that'll come down towards the bottom and they'll bell out. And but those right there are great. They're great to learn on too, but they make really kind of clean yelps too. And I have seen it several times where you're calling turkeys with one, you switch to the other one, and all of a sudden the bird will answer. And the bird, I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. That's why you carry more than one. But as far as material, Purple Hearts, good hickory, like it in those situations as well. Walnut's good. There's just there's a lot of different materials on there, and really the difference is just how dense the wood is, how hard it is. But more importantly, you should look at the tip and the shape versus what pot call you're using.
Yeah. Bob says, good morning, Maxwell Coffee. Maxwell House. Dan CB says Maxwell House is very good too. Andrew Selby, good morning, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Chris says, nothing like watching Larry sitting in a brush pile 5 feet from a longbeard.
Yeah. Yep, I'll tell you, there's been had some good mornings doing that. I've had a lot of mornings where it didn't work too.
Yeah, well, half the time, last couple of years, you've been doing it in the layout blinds.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, last year in Kansas, it was an entertaining morning. Let me put it that way. Just to throw everybody in, yeah. I mean, we ended up getting it done, but after I don't know, 3, 4 tries.
Hey.
it was yeah.
Well,
I ended up, actually, I think I got so mad after the third try, I think I went out there, and I literally looked like Harrison Butker out there. I kicked that strutter decoy. He flew up in the air. I was like,
yeah.
Good.
Well,
I had to go put it back on because we heard one gobble in the distance. And that's when I ended up got lucky on. But, hey, it happens. But it was awesome to have a morning like that for sure. And that's the deal, though. And that's what I'm saying what I was talking to earlier was, bow hunting them like that really makes you appreciate and to be patient, to learn the bird's mannerism, to learn the bird, what the bird's doing, to know when the right time to take a miss. Because I love hunting. I love the animal. All this. I want to see and I want to learn as much as I can about them when they're in there and I can't see them up close. I want to listen. And versus just seeing them and shooting them. It's one of those things where it's like, I've learned so much about the animal, the turkey when they're in close like that from bow hunting, for sure.
Well, you got to make sure too. I was telling everybody, when you go out there with your decoys, make sure that clean them up before you go hunting. Make sure those eyes are nice and shiny and stuff, because that does make a difference, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I remember the first time I told you said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm armor all my decoys." You said, "Say what?" I was like, "Yeah, I take armor all or tire shine, before every season, and I'll just kind of wipe them down, give them a quick wipe down real quick, get the dust off, get everything shining. Because in the sunlight, birds shine.
Yeah.
And it's just you're out there and you're trying to make it look as real as possible, and it seems to work for me. Some people may think that's kind of foolish, but it does work for me in a lot of cases. I feel like it has made difference. And there's even times where I've taken feathers and I save feathers off of some of the birds I've harvested in the past. I'll save a few feathers and I may hot glue one or two of them in areas on the turkey to where they're up, just to where the wind can blow it and you can see it move. It just adds another element of movement to it.
I'm telling you flat out, Larry Mack, that movement, yeah, I think that's worth its weight in gold. I mean, when you told me you did that and I started putting that on the back end of my tail fans, I call them the butt feathers. I don't know what the real name is, but just that little subtle breeze. I've had more times that we're just kind of watching, and then as soon as that tail feather moved or twitched, that they came right in running.
Yep, I'll tell you, I can't. There's been a lot of times that that it really made me feel like I was a good caller.
Yeah,
but I think they saw the realism of the feathers on the decoy, and they just commit. But it definitely is a game changer, and that's why I want to bring that up because. And it could be back feathers, whatever. Just, there's Ziploc bags aren't expensive. Whenever you do harvest a bird, don't afraid to take a handful of back feathers, breast feathers, and, the butt feathers and all that. And hot glue gun will go a long way.
Yeah.
And just glue it on your decoy.
Well, I think
where the wind blows it.
One of my last hunts on Respect the Game, when I had those two toms come in and they were up on the hill there, and I had that motion mating pair from DSD, and I grabbed that cord and I just twitched it 2 or 3 times where he was like breeding her, and they couldn't take it, man. They came running right in, and I could have shot both of them.
Yeah. Yep. That's like I said, that's a pretty successful combination right there. Is that mating motion pair? I've had a lot of success with that, but a lot of people that don't know too, not to change subjects, but just update on Larry Mack and everything, what's going on. Larry Mack is actually filming with Small Town Hunting now too. So in order to find Larry, some of the new content and stuff like that, Small Town Hunting is the place to go look at, or you can look them on my social media pages, my personal page. I know a lot of listeners may be following me on there because I've gotten a lot of questions on there asking about equipment and so on and so forth. And those of you who have followed me know that I previously did work at the Outdoor Group at Elite, but I no longer work there. It's just one of those things. There was leadership changes, and it was time for Larry Mack to move on. So that's what I did. And then also Left Lane Media, so the hunting side's one thing, production side's another, and so. We've got my own production company as well, and people that know Ryan and Paul and stuff, they're still, they're involved with Left Lane as well. So the whole Respect the Game team, yes, it's still together. We're just kind of doing different things at the moment right now, and so I just want to fill everybody in on that because when people are asking, because I have had some people ask, hey, where can I see the content and all this other stuff now, I want to make sure that they know. So Small Town Hunting, you're probably familiar with those guys there, Cody, Keith, Chris.
Yeah, and hey, you can also go on YouTube and check out Testing Grounds. That's a really neat series that Ryan's editing, and Larry's part of a little bit of that, and those are really good shows. Go over and check those out. And Larry, that's on Small Towns page.
Yeah, you can get to it from Small Towns page as well, or go straight to just search testing grounds on their backwoods testing grounds. But there's a lot of cool information within that series too about planning food plots, what food plots to plant, when to plant them. It's just a really, really effective informational series, in my opinion, because we talk about a lot of ways to do things on a budget. Because let's just face it, sometimes it's tough. It's tough you talk about I want all these food plots, I want to do this, but at the end of the day, that costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so ways that you can transform your property that's going to work within your budget. Because a lot of people, they visualize a 3-acre food plot. Well, let's shrink this down, get it there, and then if we have a chance to make it bigger, we can. With another blend, one that's not going to take a lot more labor, to where you're going to have to flip dirt and all the other stuff. Because there's just a lot of information inside the episodes that goes over, what to do in those scenarios, or a good way to get a food plot in there with minimal amount of equipment, and all the way down to using drills and everything. So it's it's been a huge success. We get a lot of questions and stuff on that, and that's kind of why the whole testing ground show kind of formulated, was just because there was just so much. Once we started talking about the different things, the questions were coming. I was like, well, you know what? We just need to get all of the people together and have a roundtable about it, and talk about it like that. And so that's kind of where it went. But it's really been successful.
Yeah, Chris wants to know: Do you what about camo? Do you switch patterns for the surroundings you hunt, different states stuff?
I mean, yeah, like a lot of time, not a whole lot, I guess, honestly, but yeah, I mean, I will, like this time of year when there's not a lot of foliage and stuff on, depending on if you're in open country, a lot of it is just paying attention to where you want to set up, and versus where you need to set up as well, because having a backdrop, creating, sitting up in the shade, I feel like that's really vitally important, to make sure that you're set up right. If you're set up in the bright sun, you're going to have to be a lot more careful. Your camera's probably going to be a little bit more visible, I guess. And so it should make a difference. But it's not that I go out just to go pinpoint a particular pattern to go do it. Like, for instance, in the spring, I'm going to probably use something with a little bit of green or a green tint to it. Maybe darker on the bottom. A lot of people will say, hey, they want to buy camo and suit, but let's face it, a lot of times turkey hunting, I'll wear darker pants and a lighter shirt, green shirt, because if I got to sit up against a tree, I'm going to blend in better. Darker on the ground with, some green up top or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit easier to hide. So,
well, half the time,
affect the patterns.
Half the time we're wearing our Limitic, our game hide Limitic, just in, the quarter zips and stuff is green. And, that works really well in a ground blind, too. So.
Yeah. Yep, for sure.
Yeah, we don't have any ticks on us either.
Yeah, which is a plus.
Yeah. No ticks, no chiggers, thank you.
Yeah, that's right.
Chris says he loves the Small Town Boys. Great group of people, great products, and simply all down to earth.
Yeah, we'll be, the whole Small Town crew will be down to NWTF. So, yeah, it should be a good... It'll be a good time. I think this move has been really, really good. Obviously, those guys they've been good buddies of mine for a long time. And then, like I said, it's one of those things where it just made sense. And their programs, like I said, they're good hunters. They're good people. It's the kind of people we want to be around.
Yeah, yeah. Good fellows, good camp, for sure. All right, buddy. Thanks for hopping on here this morning. We missed having you on, so we'll get you back on again.
Yep. Anytime, buddy. I appreciate you having me. And, make sure you eat every Cocoa Puff out of that bowl.
I think Jenny got me Raisin Bran.
Oh, boy. Uh-oh. I know what that means.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's going to happen next week, Dan? She's going to be asking you to do sit-ups.
Yeah, that's already. Yeah, between her and Ryan, they're already on me. Yeah. So, all right, buddy. Be good. I'll yap at you after a while.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
There he goes, Larry Mack, everybody. Good fine feller right there. We'll be right back after these fine words from our sponsors on the Outdoor Call Radio.
You were hunting, and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite, and you may or may not find the tick.
What's up, everybody?
You may or may not notice a red ring around the bite. Shortly thereafter, you
I actually got some sleep last night.
Sick. Your doctor may or may not test you for
old Raven boy. He was sawing him off last night.
Meaning you may or may not
that dog, he gets his sleep in, that's for sure.
Treated on time, you could have a lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance. Get Elimitic clothing from Gamehide. Elimitic features Insect Shield.
Yep. Well, aren't you glad arena football is going to be starting here soon? We finally got something to look forward to.
Retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and
yeah.
No special
you know, that'll get me through August anyway, because there's absolutely nothing. Well, hockey. You can watch a little hockey. Nothing else to watch except maybe the iCubs. Go down and watch the iCubs.
Hunting clothing. To learn more, visit Gamehide.com.
Hey,
let's talk about a
boat, you know?
An Iowa story about a dream that
he's
took
over there
years
just
to come true in
I'm picking on his Braves.
Revelton Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor.
Yeah,
it's amazing
they're like you in your fantasy football. You win once every 10 years.
And how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at
I'm ready for some walleyes, walleyes, some crappie, and some turkeys. Aren't you? I'm ready.
Available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa. Please check them out online.
It's supposed to be nice the next couple days. I'm going to go out and do some shut-on this weekend. I think it's supposed to cool down like Tuesday or Wednesday in Iowa here. We're supposed to get cold again.
Veins are very important to your arrow flight and for consistent grouping. Flex Fletch and its fine lineup of products has been helping archers steer their arrows for over 50 years. Silent Night vanes are 30% thinner with a much greater taper than vanes out there. This contributes to a dramatic reduction of in-flight drag. Flex Fletch vanes also have the capability of reshaping or bounce back after pass-through shots on targets or game. This ensures consistent arrow flight.
You going ice fishing for some wallies, Chris? There you go.
Offers a variety of colors, sizes, and styles for any archer to use in their setup. Whether it's for 3D indoor or hunting, Flex Fletch has the vane for you.
My buddy Gary up in Minnesota is trying to get me to go up there and spear some northerns.
To get a great seal on your arrow,
I got to go see my mom next.
Go to your local dealer or
getting ready for turkey season, and I got to get my scouting cameras out.
Based out of Minnesota.
Probably do that today or tomorrow.
Turkey season is a passion.
Next weekend I'll probably be in St. Louis.
Fast approaching all across this nation when it's time to start cutting.
Probably won't get no ice fishing in this year.
Don't you want to have a call to run?
It's all right. Oh, the old tug on the line will be happening here pretty quick, man. Get some wallies, some crappies going.
He's a master turkey call maker from Pennsylvania that is so passionate about chasing toms. He started building handcrafted calls in 2000.
I love that jigging and minnow fishing on wallies in June. That's awesome, man. Just lift that trica rod up a little bit, and you feel that weight of that fish on there, and boom.
On all of his spot calls that will allow you to make the most subtle purrs to the sharpest
I could eat walleye for breakfast.
Morning,
Larry. How you doing, Larry?
Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls offers
our buddy Larry.
Mouth calls that will allow
morning, Jake. How you doing, pal?
To make the right call when it counts. So this upcoming turkey season, try a Rupert's.
So let me ask you a question. Do you guys like having the show 7 to 9?
Hey guys, Jackie
or
here with Buckmaster.
Would you like it if we moved the show from 6 in the morning until 8 in the morning?
Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food
just tell me in the comments what you think.
And the popular
we're looking at a couple things
like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products,
I think we should do it like 10 to noon.
From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed perfect for your hunting property. So do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm.
It's too late. Everybody's hunting or doing stuff with the kids.
Set yourself up for a successful fall.
Hey America, when you barbecue.
Yes, we have ice yes, we never have ice anymore, but we got some this year. Never really tried it. Well, go get them, Chris. Morning, Jeff Duggar. How you? 7 to 9. I'm with you, Jake.
Is the barbecue sauce America loves to eat.
Andrew's over there singing.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the show. We got some news to tell you about real quick, but before I do that, I've got a pair of Iowa Deer Classic tickets for. We'll take the first caller, 244-1350, 244-1350. Just call. Just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 30 days. And Andrew will get you going on there. 6 is too early. Well, I'm telling you, I'm the one that's got to get up at 5. Thank you, Bob. It doesn't matter to me. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. Yeah, all you got to do is say, Andrew, thanks for doing a good job. That's all you got to do. He needs to hear that. So, a couple of news on the show. We got a new show starting here in a couple weeks on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. The Woman Angler Show, hosted by a young lady by the name of Angie down in Tennessee. And really, really nice lady. And she does a great job on that program. And if you like fishing and you want to hear some great tips, and she interviews a lot of the professional angler ladies around the country. So that's going to be kind of nice and to have the female perspective on that program. But that'll start. And I'll let you know what day part. I'm either going to put that on Tuesdays or Thursdays. I got to figure out which day, but we're excited to get that. And I believe we're having a waterfowl show that's going to be coming on. I don't know for sure yet, but I talked to them yesterday, and they sounded very interested in coming on. So as soon as I get the okay, I'll let you know about that program. But my buddy Scotty Lacey hooked me up with them. Thank you, Bob. And we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, hey, we got some great programs on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. If you haven't downloaded it, please do. It's your one-stop outdoor shop, so you don't have to go look for good outdoor shows. You could just get the app and listen Monday through Friday, and you're going to hear a lot of good programs. And, we keep growing every year, and we want to keep that up. So I'm excited about that. JLM, I was down there yesterday. I talked to Dallas. He has got a whole bunch of Federal and Winchester turkey loads in stock right now. So I would not wait till the last second to buy your turkey loads. If you need to get some, go down to JLM and go see Dallas, and they'll take good care of you out there. We get a winner?
We did get a winner.
All right, we got a winner.
So thanks everyone for calling in.
Yeah, we'll do that again. We'll do that again here in a little bit and give another pair. The secret listener contest winner is Gene Gunther at Ixonia. How would you pronounce that? Ixonia, Wisconsin.
Wrong.
I'm probably saying it wrong, but there you go. And this is actually Gene's second time of winning. So hang in there. I know a lot of you, I get a lot of the same people that enter every week. Don't give up. Gene just did it, and Gene just got a Game High gift card. So congratulations, Gene. And we only had like 35, 40 something people this week. I would listen anytime. Such a great show. Jeff, you're very kind. Very nice of you. Yeah. Larry, I got yours a couple times this week. Yep, don't give up. So, if you enter every week, you're going to win. Eventually, you're going to win. Your odds of winning are good. So, right, Andrew?
Oh yeah.
So I talked to Todd Rupert. Todd is so excited. I'm just pumped about what we got going for the Deer Classic at the Outdoor Call Radio booth. We're gonna give away a couple turkey hunting packages, which will include some Dave Smith decoys, turkey decoys. I've got a Game High turkey vest we're going to give away. I'm giving away a antelope hunt to Wyoming at Trophies Plus Outfitters. And Skippy Peterson, the skipper, is going to be your personal guide for that, the owner of Gearhead. All you got to do is come out and get from March 1st to the 17th. If you order a Gearhead bow, you can get it at the Deer Classic. You can order it at Archery Field and Sports, which Mark will be at the Deer Classic. You can get it from Creek Archery, or you can go to gearheadarchery.com. I just need to get a copy of your sale that's paid in full from March 1st to the 16th or the 17th. And I'll be honest with you, if we get 7 to 10 people to do that, I'll be shocked. So your odds of winning this great hunt is pretty good. And if you're in the market for a new bow, what a great time for you to check out Gearhead. My personal opinion, I would look at the Disruptor 24 Pro, or I would look at the Pivot Carbon 24 or 20. Those would be my 3 choices. Anytime is good. I would listen. Thank you, John. You guys are so nice. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for that. That's awful nice of you. Oh, so Gene, congratulations. And I think he entered like 2 or 3 times this week. So, see, he didn't do it all every day, but you can do it every day, just once a day. But, yeah, I like that. So we got those turkey packages we're giving away at the Deer Classic. If you come and buy a turkey call or a grunt call from Rupert's Roost and Peace or Rupert's Rut and Peace, I got the old hoodie on. The first 10 people is going to get a brand spanking new Rupert's hat. Beautiful hat that I had Todd make. Might even do the first 11. I don't know. First 10 for sure. I got 10 hats saved. I got one. And then, hey, I'm also going to give away, I've got these huge logo signs. If you watch the show on Wednesdays when we do Turkey Talk Radio, if you look at the studio, I've got these big circle logo Rupert's. We're going to give one of those away for you to take home for your office or in your man cave or lady cave, your seat, your she shed, whatever you like to do. You got your deer mounts and your turkeys in your she shed. Well, you can put that Rupert's thing, and Todd and I are going to sign that for you. So we got all of that to give away, and then there's something else I'm doing too. Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is supposed to be sending me some blaze orange Alaskan bricks, and we'll have a dozen or so to give away at the Classic there too. Our buddy Andrew at Boy Creative over there in Dallas Center is making some outdoor call radio T-shirts, and we're going to give those away at the booth as well. So we got a lot of stuff to do at the Deer Classic this year. So I'm excited. I just need to get Andrew to show up and work now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
It would be nice. And if that wasn't enough, Todd Rupert's got a brand new call line he's going to introduce at the Deer Classic. You're going to love it. I've seen it. It's awesome. And if you like turkey calls, I know if you like turkeys, I know you love Andrew.
You're so funny. That's a good one.
Huh?
Back to the Fruit Loops.
Yeah, Fruit Loops. Rice Krispies.
Wrong, sir.
Wrong. I told you to get rid of that, man.
Oh, I'll never get rid of that. I mean, I got all the classics.
Yeah.
Holy hole in a donut.
Yeah, we need to get rid of that, too. No, I'm excited. Deer Classic is going to be March 7th and 9th, and that's going to be here before you know it, man. That's going to be a lot of fun. Donovan and Lori from Triple H Outfitters will be at the booth, and Larry Mack said he's coming up still, so hopefully Ryan comes with him. And yeah, that's a lot. We got a lot of stuff going on.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I think I'm all caught up.
There's no way.
Do we need to take another big break?
I mean, preferably now, other than yes. So yes.
Well, I got to do fishing reports. Should I do those first or take the break first?
Well, you talk a lot.
Fishing reports brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse, the Bait Caddy. Thank you, Bob, up in Minnesota. Trika Fishing, Fred's Live Bait, and the Little Winnie Trading Post in Deer River and up on Lake Winnie, where you can find the Bait Caddy. They carry that every day at the stores there. Arrowhead Lake, ice thickness is 9 inches at the boat ramps. Blackhawk Lake, black crappie bites fair. Waxies and small minnows on a jig are producing the best crappie bite. Walleye are fair, perch are fair. Brushy Creek, foot traffic only. Anglers have been out on the north end. Black crappie bite is fair. They're picking up crappie by the north boat ramp. Sorting as needed. Gills are fair. Moreland Pond, rainbow trout bites good. Storm Lake, ice thickness 10 to 12 inches. The walleye slow. The yellow perch are slow. Yellow bass are fair. West Okoboji, black crappie bite's good. Gills are good. Bass are fair. Yellow perch are good. Ingram Lake, the walleye are fair. Morning and afternoon, the best bite. Lake is fully ice covered, around 14 inches there. Spirit Lake, just varying ice thicknesses for fishing. Black crappie bite's really good. The bluegills are good. Walleye are good. Perch are good. West Okoboji, they're reporting 14 inches in most areas. The black crappie bite is fair. Gills are good. Ada Hayden, the rainbow trout are stocked. Let's see. Big Creek, ice thickness is about 11 inches. The black crappie bite is slow. Gills are fair. Waxies and spikes near sunken trees are the best bite for gills. Don Williams Lake, ice thickness is around 10 inches. The black crappie bite's fair there. Hickory Grove, the bluegill bite's good. 12 Mile, variable ice conditions. Ice thickness about 8 inches. Yellow perch are good. There you go. Fishing report for the week. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. I got it in. I got it in.
Your own hunts is an
I
exciting
done
way
whipped
to
that
capture
fishing
the
report.
moment. Fourth Arrow camera arms can help you video easier in the field.
Nailed
They're
it.
extremely lightweight, durable, and easy to pack. Their patented shoulder system is also very adaptable to any tree or ground blind setup. The bases are affordable and easy to set up for various wind directions. Multiple camera arms are available, including the Stiff Arm Pro, and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of high-quality aluminum or carbon, depending on what you choose. For ground blind hunters, there's the tripod and monopod options. They're quiet and maneuver easily.
There you go, Chad. Good morning, buddy.
All models can handle Consumer Pro video and perform
Chad from Weeby's checking in. Weeby Knives. Weeby Knives. Get it? Weeby Knives.
You're looking to
They're
take
knives.
your hunts this season, check out FourthArrowCameraArms.com. Outdoors Dan approved for the field for great video action.
Man, this first hour is flying by today.
Hey, Outdoors Dan here. How many times have you had to quit hunting because your feet got cold or uncomfortable?
Mine,
I have a way to
never, because I wear Norlander.
any weather or outdoor activity. Have you heard of Norlander Sock Company? Norlander Sock Company.
See, that's what I said. That's what the man said. He said it. I heard him.
Socks out there. Alpaca socks will keep your feet comfortable and feeling great all day. Alpaca socks
Listen to the
will
man.
whip away any moisture that you might encounter, plus work with your outdoor footwear to keep your feet temperature where they need to be. Alpaca socks also
What are y'all going to do when the good Lord takes me home? Or you guys are just going to be bored beyond belief on Saturdays, aren't you?
lightweight styles with a bunch of coloring
Yeah.
socks.
Andrew will. He'll miss me.
Plus, gift
Yeah.
boxes are available that are 100% guaranteed. So this year,
Yeah, I remember that Dan fella. He was funny looking.
all day. Try a pair of Norlander socks, pure alpaca, pure comfort. For more information, just go to norlandersocks.com and give your feet a treat. Hey everybody, it's Outdoors Dan. Have you been one of the few that have raised your hands to serve?
How many of those commercials am I doing
Thank you
now?
for your service. Everyone at MoVet Outdoors has been working hard to continue
I'm on there a
their
lot.
since it started in 2019. MoVet Outdoors is a group of veterans that want to support vets after
You might want to
service by
review a
taking
couple of
them on
them.
outdoor activities, providing camaraderie for vets with other vets, and a supportive
I get tired of
MoVet
hearing
Outdoors,
me.
you can go on hunting and fishing trips, survival school, golfing trips, even take part at their new archery range. There's also a great fishing tournament every year and other contests for vets to take part in. MoVet Outdoors is building a new lodge in Lincoln County, Missouri, and has plans for another in the future to support vets in their community. So, if you're a veteran or active duty and would like to join a great group of fellow veterans, look up MoVet Outdoors.
Jeff said when I die, he's going to put you to work selling furniture at his store.
Every week to continue their great mission. Go check them out.
He said if it pays well, he's in.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed over at Speed's Golf Cars, located in Wall Lake, Iowa. Just stop on over here.
When I go up the stairs, I want to talk. I got some questions for the man. And then I don't really care about having a castle or anything like that. I just want a little smoky wood cabin on a nice food plot where it's got a stream to fish and turkeys to sit out there and hunt it. That's all I want in my little spot in heaven. Can't wait to see my old dogs and my dad.
You want to work with someone that can take your ideas and bring
Yeah,
them to life.
I'm looking forward to that.
Promoting your business
business or special event, it's not always an easy choice. Have you heard about Boyd Creative Print Shop?
I got a sneaky suspicion you don't catch fish every day either. Otherwise, it wouldn't be any fun.
Into action. Boyd Creative Print Shop can help with custom graphic design.
Probably get to see some like 5-pound crappies swimming there. They just won't bite.
They also offer designs on bags,
It's heaven. You get to see them.
and vinyl wraps from boats to vehicles to get your message out. This will help you inform and educate folks about your event or
Yeah,
business.
I can't wait to see Muzzy and Dookie and Bo, all my puppies.
Customer reviews and will provide the same
I miss
service
Muzz.
to you when you need
I think about my Muzzy a lot. I miss that dog. I love that dog.
515-478-5776. That's 515-478-5776.
I love Raven too, but they're just part of you. He was such a good puppy.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, coming up here in a little bit, we got Jim Coffey, Iowa DNR biologist. We're going to continue talking turkeys on the show today. Get a little turkey report. I need to welcome some new partners to the show. We appreciate every one of our partners. We could not do this every week and pay for everything, pay for the airtime, the production, the bills, Andrew's salary, and that drains me right there. I'm just telling you, Andrew's salary does. But we couldn't do it if it wasn't for our fine partners, and we are so blessed to have some great partners on the show. So when you hear a commercial or if you hear us say a name, if you can, patronize them as much as you can and tell them thanks for helping us bring the outdoors to you every week, because a lot of them have been with us forever, and we've been very blessed to have them. I just got a new product company on called Vezer, Vezer. Dirk Stark hooked me up with these fine folks. They make a great healing ointment. I used it. I had Dirk send me some. It's a honey resin based ointment. It's for when dogs get cuts or scrapes, or your horses. It's really for any kind of animal. They test it on themselves, humans, to make sure it's safe for your pets. But Raven had a really bad cut and scrape, and it healed him up real quick. And he didn't lick it off. It worked out really good. So I said, yeah, let's do some business. So Vezer, they've got a full line of products. You can use it from treatment oils and salves all the way to dog washes and shampoos and stuff like that. Go check them out, Vezer Care. And then Compass Carts, Todd Henson, he came on board. And he'll be at the Iowa Deer Classic. But if you have a need for a trailer for your ATV, your side-by-side, or your e-bike, I want you to go check out Compass Carts. These things are amazing. And Andrew is draining. Good morning, Don. Jeff, what are you going to do with your boat? I'm sure Jenny's going to sell my boat as soon as I die, Jeff. So it'll probably be for sale, buddy. Andrew, post the link to the new sponsor. Which one, Chad? Anyway, Compass Carts. The rack system that goes into your hitch on this thing is genius. This cart is huge, but it's super light. It's super quiet. The tires, you don't ever have to worry about getting flats with goat heads or thorn trees or anything like that. You bring it up. You got your deer in the cart. You can actually take it and put it on the hauler. You just tilt it up and you pull it up. You don't have to lift it. You just pull it up and it slides right on to the base and locks in. This thing is absolutely amazing. So we'll be telling you more about Compass Carts. But go check them out online and you'll really like it. The honey ointment, that's right up my alley, Chad. It's vezercare.com, Chad. All right, we got to go. We'll be right back in like 2 minutes. Don't go nowhere. Jim Coffey will be right on with us. I just had a brain freeze. We'll be right back. So I'm not in the will. You're going to have to fight Jenny, Danny, and Riley on that one. And Raven, Raven's first.
More fish and is made in Minnesota, where they know fishing. The Bait Caddy is an amazing bait system that you can use for open water fishing or ice fishing that keeps your minnows, leeches, shiners, and bait fresh while you fish. The Bait Caddy has a clear UV-resistant housing that lets you see your bait at all times. Its large lid allows easy access to your bait and keeps it handy and flush in 8 to 10 inch ice holes. No loose parts, it's self-filling, then it floats. Plus, it's made not to crack, warp, or fade. The Bait Caddy will fit in your live well or troll easy alongside your boat, and it's made in the USA. The Bait Caddy has a lifetime warranty and will be a bait system your friends will want. For more information, please go online to www.baitcaddy.com. The Bait Caddy, easy access to your bait, made in Minnesota and keeps your bait fresh all day.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN, Des Moines sports leader.
Well, we're not allowed to mail anything on this show, Chris. Chris says every time I win, Andrew wants me to drive 1,000 miles to pick it up.
Great tasting snacks. High Mountain
That's not us, man. That's the station rules, buddy.
Some of the best tasting sausage, snack sticks, or jerky around. High Mountain Seasonings offers simple, easy to use kits that are used at home.
Hey, Chris, if you come out to Creek Archery on May 18th out in Pennsylvania, I'll be out there doing that outdoor show. I'll have some prizes there. That's not that far of a drive for you.
Marinades and rubs for deer, elk, or your favorite steaks. High Mountain has also just introduced taco and fajita blends that are spicy.
Yukon, Pennsylvania is where he's at.
Across the country. Look for High Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's Warehouse or at your favorite grilling retailer. Or go to
That's going to be a fun show.
for recipes.
After hunting Pennsylvania for 4 or 5 days.
High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need.
Just to give DePernis crap for 3 or 4 hours. It's worth it.
Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Gearhead Archery. Have you seen a Gearhead bow yet? If you haven't, you don't know what you're missing. No, it does not look like everybody else's bow. Gearheads are engineered above and beyond. That's what I always say. You know what? Get it in gear with Gearhead. Gearheads are amazingly well engineered. You can shoot a 20 or 24 inch bow, and they're that well what's that word I'm looking for? Engineered. There you go. They are not like everybody else's bow. They are the most adjustable, adaptable bow system out there. And I'll be honest with you, I've shot some great bows. I shot Matthews for 18 years and worked with them. Great company. I shot Elite for 7 years, and this is my 2nd year with Gearhead. I've known the owner of Gearhead for 22 years. He's one of the highest standard people you'll ever meet in your life. They got the best customer service of any bow company that I know of. He does stuff for his customers I've never heard anybody ever do before. And that's Skip Peterson, everybody. And I'm just telling you right now, I love my Gearhead. And I don't have to have a bow that looks like everybody else's. I like being different. If you've been listening to me for 20-something years, you should know I like being different because I'm different. Right, Andrew?
That's right.
I've had people say that gravy just ain't on his biscuit.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're the human version of Fruit Loops.
I'm an enigma wrapped in a riddle. Ooh. He gets on one thing and he stays on it for the whole show. Fruit
I got
Loops.
it.
I don't want to hear Fruit Loops the rest of the show.
Loop.
I'm not a Fruit Loop.
That's not wrong.
I am not a Fruit Loop. If I was going to be a breakfast cereal, I would be Sugar Smacks because I'm crunchy and sweet.
Way to date yourself.
Sugar Smacks are still out there.
Wow. In 1970, yes.
Oh, you can still get Sugar Smacks.
Oh, my gosh. Blast to the past. Here we come. Sugar Smacks.
Will you ever have a booth at the Illinois Deer Classic? Maybe, Jeff. Maybe. I'll talk to John about that. We'll see, because that's not that far away, and maybe we can do that, buddy. Hey, speaking of not that far away, let's go see what Jim Coffey's up this morning. Hi, Jim.
Morning, Dan.
Are you squirrel hunting?
No, I'm not. Squirrel season's over.
Well, hey,
I'm watching squirrels in my backyard.
Did you hear that they found squirrels that are eating meat?
Well, that's an interesting thing. Is squirrels are very omnivorous. They eat a lot of things.
Yeah, but they're like cannibalistic squirrels.
Because they're hungry.
Well, yeah.
They'll eat anything.
Yeah, I mean, do you got to worry when you're sitting in your tree stand that they're going to get attacked? You're going to get attacked now?
Well, I wouldn't put my acorn oak deodorant on in the morning.
Can you imagine you're sitting in your stand just minding your own business, watching, you're scanning the horizon for deer, get the old grunt call out, bat, bat, and then next thing you know, you got a 4-pound furry big old fox squirrel going at you, gnawing on your neck. What a great horror movie that would make, Squirrel.
Just like a chicken bone, yeah.
Yeah.
On you.
Yeah.
That would be a good. You should work on that storyline. That would be a good movie.
I'm going to write me a movie, Squirrel. It just when you thought it was safe to go back in the woods.
It's always fun too. You hear those turkey hunters. You're sitting there beside a tree, and that squirrel comes down that tree and runs on your shoulder or something. That'll wake you up really quick.
I've had the weirdest stuff happen to me when I've been turkey hunting and stuff. I've had an owl hit me and almost hit me in the chest. I was down on the ground sitting, and I was moving my hand, and I don't know what it thought I was, but it got to like a foot of me. It scared the crap out of me because it was still kind of dark. And all of a sudden I heard, and the next thing I know, I got something, I could see it flying right at me, and then it veered off. And it's like, oh my gosh, that was an owl.
There's a lot going on in the woods every day.
I'm telling you. And then I've seen squirrels got picked off of tree limbs by owls and stuff. I mean, you get to see some crazy stuff when you're sitting out there.
It's beautiful out there. I said, you just sit and observe and see all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah. Good morning, Rick. Rick, the mailman, Elliot. Good to see you. Jeff, Andrew is your Ed McMahon. I don't know what he is. The horror hunting movie, Chris. I'm telling you, Squirrel. Instead of Jaws, we'll just call it Squirrel.
Yeah, you're going to need a bigger boat.
You're going to need a bigger blind or something. Yeah. Yeah. So, how's our turkey population doing? I looks like I've been seeing some decent flocks running around.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good across most of the state. We had probably an average year for poult production this year in Iowa, but we've come off a couple, 3 really good years. So an average year of production with a lot of hens out there means we still have a lot of turkeys on the landscape.
Yeah. Trevor, the Beard Berwick up there, the Outdoor Drive podcast. You can hear him on Mondays, everybody, on the Outdoor Call Radio's lot watching. Trevor, I message you guys on your live streams, and you never answer me. And then I get busy, and I got to go. But I've been listening, buddy. Good job on the shows. I love Trevor. He needs to come back to Iowa. He's so busy, but he's you would like him, Jim.
I hope so.
Yeah, you would like Trevor. Yeah. I just got something from Charlie over at Grandview University. You know Charlie Monday?
Yeah, I think I do.
Grandview University Shooting Sports is having a team trivia fundraiser. Get your tickets to trivia night and get on some great raffles. School's out, 5-year Great Lakes fishing charter, gearhead bow, a couple of pew-pews from JLM and Crossroads Shooting Sports. $20 tickets. Go check them out, Grandview University. And Charlie, post a link on my timeline. Go on the live feed and post a link, and you'll get on there. So, all right, Jim, let's talk a little bit about turkeys. And I get a lot of questions this time of year from people about aiming points. And I've always said in my seminars over the years that there's 3 shots that I like to take with a bow. If you're shotgun hunting, you shoot right underneath the head, right at the base of the head, the neck. That's where you're aiming. You don't want to shoot the body with a shotgun. You want to shoot the head and the neck.
Correct.
Yeah. So on a bow, if they're coming straight at you about 1.5 inches, 2 inches above the beard for a front shot's a good place to put an arrow. If they're broadside, right where their wing joint is, if you go back about 2 or 3 inches up the upper third of the bird by the feather line, that's about where their vital pocket is, right?
Correct. Yeah. You don't want to be too far forward because that's all muscle up front.
Well,
back a little bit.
Yeah, you want to go back about 2 or 3 inches from that wing, from that little triangle, and then go in the upper third of the bird by the feather line, where you see that line coming down from their neck. If you get just below that and in the middle of that, between that aiming point, that's right where their lungs and their heart. Their heart's going to be just a hair lower, but that's right there in that vital softball pocket. And
yeah,
then
you made the good comment there too. Is you find the line,
find the feather line.
You get that visual image in your mind because you're going to be excited when you're drawing back.
Yep.
You've got to keep that line in your constant visual.
Yeah, and if he's in full strut, the top of the tom is feathers. Don't aim. That top of that bird is all feathers popped up. So
Absolutely.
you want to look at that. You want to look at that feather line and be about 2 inches below that in that little pocket that I just told you to aim. And then if they're strutting away from you, the good Lord gave you a bullseye. That's as delicate as I can put it. They call that a Texas heart shot.
Yep, exactly. That's a beautiful way to shoot a turkey. And as a bow hunter, it really gives you a great opportunity because they've got that full tail fan up. They can't see you.
Right.
So that gives you a really good chance to draw back if you're not in a blind.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris says, I had an owl hit me in the head 3 times trying to get a flying squirrel that was running up and down the tree I was in. It freaked me out in pitch black. That's crazy. Trevor, you're welcome. We appreciate you too. Brant says, good morning, listening in the car. Brant, always. Hey, Brant, have you checked out that Upland Nation show? Let me know how you like that on Thursdays. And Chris says, turned out it was a light colored patch on my camo hat that he was after.
Yeah.
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 That's funny. Yeah.
Thought you were a big mouse, probably.
Probably. So, so those are my 3 favorite shots. And I think if people do that, the biggest thing this time of year is get out there and pattern your gun or get your bow and shoot the broadheads you're going to be shooting, because that way, if you do, when you get, and Jim, I always tell everybody, I like to put my decoys out at 10 yards. And at 10 yards, I can pretty much hit where I want to hit.
Yeah.
If you're shotgun hunting, 25, 30 yards, you're good to go.
I always use my decoy. I don't use decoys personally, but I tell people when they use decoys, use those as your yard markers.
Right.
If you don't use decoys, I even like to go put little sticks in the ground or find some visual cue that gives me, again, lots happening in a very quick amount of time. And if you're trying to make a decision if it's too close or not close enough or what it is, if you've got that visual cue of that decoy at 10 yards or that stick at 20 yards, that gives you an instant read on where you need to be at.
Yeah. Pete the Donut Ariati says, good morning, everybody. So, Chris, I hear you. Andrew, did you have some question there?
The Donut Man.
Oh.
The Donut Man gets us back finally. He says hi.
Yeah.
But I'd like to say hi, but have it spelled out in donuts.
Yeah, you don't get no donuts delivered to you either, do you, Jim?
No, it's donuts are not my doctor's diet for me.
Yeah, that's all right. I
like them.
Oh, hey, who doesn't like a donut? So our turkey flocks look pretty good. I don't think hopefully, knock on wood, we don't have to. Boy, I tell you what, Kansas got smoked on snowfall. They got like 14, 15 inches of snow out there where I turkey hunt. And they said it was really hard on the quail population out there.
It is. We tend to, in the wildlife world, we tend to not like ice. Ice is the worst thing. But deep snows for small birds can be pretty treacherous. So it's nice to have that agricultural mix in there. You've got some cows that break it up, and luckily in Kansas the wind blows, so if it's not too sticky of a snow, it'll blow and create those open spots that the sun can melt down pretty quickly. But quail can go 3 to 5 days without finding any food, and after that it gets pretty tough on them.
Well, the good thing, I guess, is they got a lot of milo fields out there, so hopefully that they can move around underneath that snow and in that milo and still find some seed, huh?
Sure, yeah, and if you're of a certain age, remember the good old days we had ragweed, and ragweed really holds, the giant ragweed in Iowa is very stiff, holds up to a heavy wet snow, but produces a lot of little seeds with high energy, and those were the places you always found quail in January and February in Iowa.
Yeah. So overall, we looking good for this year?
Yeah, I think so. We came off of a record harvest, a record recent harvest, since we've gone to mandatory registration in 2007. We had our highest harvest ever last year, which is a good indicator. We've had a couple of 3 good years of production. And so I would not expect that number is going to change a lot this year, just based on what I've seen across the state.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, it's always. I looked at the almanac. It looks like we're not going to have, hopefully, not a lot of hard rain or flooding. At least it's not calling for that I saw.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have kind of a drier spring, a little bit our normal spring. I'll say it like that, and we don't have any flooding issues. If that happens again, I think we'll be in pretty good shape again. I think our birds are going to bounce back from the last couple of years.
Yeah, and I think that's an important point to make to people is those birds can be quite resilient and bounce back, and we've seen that in these last 3 years of drier springs. Now, last year was a little wetter than we'd had, but typically ground nesting birds do better in dry springs and early dry summers. It also tends to produce a lot of bugs too. So,
yeah.
And that's always good for those young poults and chicks that are out there eating a lot of protein.
Good morning, Paula. Thank you. Appreciate you. Turkeys eat a lot of ticks.
Turkeys eat a lot of everything.
Yeah.
They scratch, and if it looks like they can get it in their mouth, they will, and they can digest a lot of stuff. So they're constantly scratching and eating, grubs and anything, old acorns, greens. They love the fresh greens that are just starting to sprout underneath the oak leaves in the springtime. They'll get in and tear those up, but they'll eat anything that they can get in their mouth.
Yeah. So how often will a turkey dust? Once a day? Do you have any way of noting that?
Yeah, I guess I've never really seen anything that talks about how often they do it. It is a cleansing method. They get out there and dust to help them with breeding the feathers, as well as trying to remove some of the mites that they get, the lice that they get on there. Obviously, it doesn't feel good to have lice crawling on your body, so dusting's a mechanism, but that helps relieve some of that. But it also keeps the feathers in good shape. It gets the loose feathers out, it gets the old feathers laying down properly. That gives them that insulation or protection that they need from rain or even just vegetation as they're walking through it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're visiting with Jim Coffey. Jim's the Iowa turkey biologist that we have for our DNR. Jim, hang on. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV Center in Ankeny. Imperial RV has been serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry SMC horse trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo and horse lovers. Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for
Got
any
Sunday all
repair
good?
that your RV might have.
Sunday's all ready for the app.
Finance on site to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full-service parts department for anything you might need to keep your camper going. They're open Monday through Saturday, located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard
I could go
in
for a
Ankeny,
big
Iowa.
old
Please call them at
glazed donut
515-964-1424.
Boy, you know what, Pete? Or boy, a bacon maple bacon long john.
That's ImperialRVCenter.com. Imperial RV Center in Ankeny, making memories to last a lifetime.
Our dogs
I wasn't hungry until you said hi, Pete.
protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries. Call Chris at Pet Stop of Des Moines. Chris Spoltra is the owner of the Pet Stop franchise in the Des Moines area and has been keeping pets safe for over 19 years. A Pet Stop system will not only keep your pet from leaving your desired area.
I got a story for when we get back on. You're not going to want to go anywhere. You're going to want to hear the story.
Pet Stop system is
Thank you, Brant.
keeping your property open and easy to maintain. Plus, with a friendly user app on your phone, you can customize the Pet Stop system to help your dogs enjoy.
You're going to like that show. It's right up your alley.
At the same time,
bird dogs and
on how to protect your buddy and
upland hunting.
Home looking great. Call 515-975-2190 or go online at petstop.com. Pet Stop.
Why does it get hot in here?
Outdoors Dan recommended.
You ever notice that it gets hot after a minute? Huh?
I said my bad.
That big buck has eluded
No, I said
you for
hot,
seasons.
not stinky.
You see his scrape line and just can't figure him out. Have you heard of Pure Whitetail?
Zing.
Pure Whitetail can help you see more deer and target that buck that haunts you. Pure Whitetail has some of the best deer scents you can rely on to work scrape lines or build mock scrapes that will help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like Bed It Up, Fixation, and Power Shot, to name a few. Scents are available in powder and liquid form to last longer on hanging branches or scrapes. Try the White Lightning Estrus scent. It's a proven scent that bucks can't resist. Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities, and family. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook.
Pete said he shot 20 quail yesterday. Good going, Pete. One of the best adventures you could go on is a northern Minnesota black bear hunt. Hey everybody, it's Outdoors Dan. Have you ever been bear hunting? Well, let me tell you, when you go bear hunting, it's an experience where you might encounter not only just bears, but fishers, huge whitetails, wolves, and even maybe a moose. One of the best places I know to go on a bear hunt is Bear River Guide Service in northern Minnesota. Gary Peck has been helping hunters experience hard-mounted bear hunts now for well over 24 years. Gary knows northern Minnesota is some of the biggest bears in the country, and it's amazing how quiet they can sneak into your stand. 1 second, you're looking at a big bunch of ferns and trees. The next thing you know, there could be a 400-pound black bear getting your heart jumping a few beats. I've shot several big bears with Gary and his family over the years, and it's the one spot I go to bear hunt. So if you love hunting adventures and want a great challenge on a Bruiser River Bruin, go check out Bear River Guide Service in Deer River, Minnesota on Facebook. And hey, give Gary a call and he'll get you planned out on your next adventure.
We love our pets and want the best care for them when injuries occur. Vezzer Care offers natural solutions for both dogs and horses, providing
I like Moose Lake. You ever been up to Moose Lake, Minnesota? What a neat little town. I always stop there when I go fishing.
For powerful antibacterial,
I could live there. It's such a neat little town.
This unique blend not only accelerates healing,
where do you live? Moose Lake.
Your pet's skin's natural defenses with its low pH level, promoting a healthy skin barrier. Whether your pet has a cut, skin irritation, or needs protection from pests like flies and mosquitoes, Vezzer Care has a product to help. Their treatment cream and horse spray effectively repel these irritating insects. For exceptional pet care, explore Vezzer Care's full range of products and find them at your local veterinarian or online at vezzercare.com. Give your beloved animals the natural care they deserve with Vezzer Care, ensuring their comfort and well-being. Find them at your local veterinarian or online at vezzercare.com.
Hey, students, are you into shooting sports? Well, if you are, have you ever thought about using your passion to help you through college? Grandview University is a small private college that is looking for students that have a passion for the shooting sports and learning. Grandview University has a shooting sports program that if you qualify...
What's everybody eating for breakfast, man? I'm hungry now. Thanks, Pete.
That means your cost won't go up. You will get to experience
I could go for a big old bacon and egg biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese. Boy, Chick-fil-A's got good biscuits. Oh, you ever had Chick-fil-A's biscuits before? They're good.
Why not shoot for a college program
I could do that. I could do that right now. I could do a big old cream, or no, a big old chocolate cream donut. Steak and eggs. That sounds good. Steak and eggs sounds really good right now. That'd be it right there. Little hash browns on the side. Yeah.
Count me in.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. My guest is Jim Coffey from the Iowa DNR. Jim, I was up at Sportsman's Warehouse the other day talking to some people, and I had somebody tell me the funniest story I've ever heard in my life. You're going to love this. So this guy a couple seasons ago was out by Big Creek, out in Polk County.
Yep.
And he just says, he goes, Dan, I got a story for you. This was last spring, okay? He goes, I got attacked by a turkey.
Yeah.
I said, what? He goes, I got this, folks, I'm not making this up. This is God is my witness. This is a true story. He goes, I got attacked by a turkey. I said, what do you mean you got attacked by a turkey? I go, you were turkey hunting? He goes, no, I was out mushroom hunting and I had a yellow rain jacket on and I was walking through the woods and I heard something and I looked behind me and there was a tom turkey chasing me. It jumped up on me, was clawing at me. And I screamed, and I turned around, and I tried to get away, and it started following me again, jumped up on me again. It ripped my raincoat, and I didn't know I was going to get out of the woods or not, and I finally got the bird off of me, and I got out of there. And Jim, it took everything I had not to fall down laughing. I was laughing so hard. And the guy goes, Dan, I'm serious. This really happened to me. I got assaulted by a turkey.
I can believe it. We always get several phone calls in spring of gobblers that attack usually hubcaps on cars, but shiny cars, shiny objects. Those males are worked up, and for some reason it triggers them to go into that fighting mode.
Yeah, but I mean, attacking a guy in a yellow raincoat, really?
Just in the wrong spot at the wrong time, I guess. It just triggered him.
I guess I'm just doing this turkey hunting thing all wrong. I think I need to put a yellow raincoat on and go out there and start throwing insults at them and let them come to me to attack and then shoot. I think my whole turkey hunting strategy is just. But he swears to God that really happened.
Maybe you can put some yellow raincoats on your decoys.
Oh. I wish I could have seen that in real life. If I could have got that on video, I'd be a millionaire right now.
It would definitely be on one of the funniest home video shows. That's for sure. It can be scary, and I don't mean to make light of it. It's funny at the time now, but any male animal, a turkey, a goose, a gander, a goose, are very aggressive in the springtime. And if you're not prepared, I see people down at Waterworks Park and places like that with those ganders in the spring, and they're defending their females, defending the nest, and they can get very aggressive. People aren't prepared for it. That's a big bird. It can knock you to the ground.
If you're afraid of geese, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is just take you a box of stovetop stuffing with you when you're on your walk. If they approach you, just hold out the stuffing and say, "Go ahead, make my dinner."
You have to remember, though, some of those city geese, which we do not condone the feeding of ducks and geese in town, they understand when people are walking out of the water with the bread wrapper that they've got to get there first.
What is wrong? What is wrong with people? If I see one more stupid video on Facebook or Instagram of somebody going up trying to pet a bison or an elk or a moose, and then they get smoked, and now it's the animal gets put down. That's BS, Jim. Why should the animal be put down? It's not their fault.
Well, unfortunately, it's some of our lack of knowledge of wild animals.
Yeah.
We tend to think of animals being in zoo animals or domestic animals, and these are wild animals. They've just become accustomed to people because people are not a threat in a lot of those places where we go to see them. So they see people every day, so the animals don't run away like we think they should. And then people think, oh, they're not running away. I can get up there and pet them or feed them, and that is absolutely the wrong thing to do.
Life is not a Disney movie.
Well, we wish it was, but it is not.
Yeah, no, it's not. So, all right, I just had to tell you that story because I thought you'd appreciate that one.
Yeah, well, it's true. We get several calls, usually from urban areas, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Des Moines. There'll be an aggressive male turkey in the spring that's kind of got the whole block, under siege, or got the kids at the bus stop concerned, and they'll come out, and unfortunately, we got to figure out a way to harass those birds to make them realize that people are not their friends.
Yeah. Any DNR news? Any new rule changes coming out we need to know about?
Yeah, so we don't really do rule changes this time of the year. We've gone through our EO10 governor order, which is to look at all of our rules. But we're in the legislative process right now, so we do a lot of information gathering for the legislatures as they go forward with some of the bills that they're looking at doing.
Yeah.
So nothing on our front that the DNR is proposing, no.
Has Bigfoot been designated a protective species yet in Iowa?
Well, I don't think so, but I'm wondering if you should petition to get Bigfoot our state animal, or state mammal, maybe.
I
looks like we're going to get a new horse this year and maybe a new fish this year. So
I think I think Bigfoot should be the official animal of Iowa. That would be awesome.
It's a big tourism draw in the states that have it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Michigan plays it up quite a bit. You can't go around that state without finding a Bigfoot T-shirt.
No, Bigfoot Museum. Yeah.
I hope you're the first person that ever sees one in Iowa.
You know what? I've actually, when I was doing that show, I've got 2 or 3 people in Iowa that's been on that's seen them. And the one guy, Jim, I know this one guy personally. He does not lie. He's not a liar. And I don't know what he saw, but him and his dad saw something, and they swear it was a big. And then the neighbor called them the next morning, and said, "You're not going to believe what we saw yesterday." He goes, "Bigfoot," and he goes, "How did you know that?" He goes, "We seen him yesterday," and that was up on the Raccoon River, and that happened when he was a little bit younger. But I just don't think he's fibbing.
I just glad there's so many trail cameras out there right now, because we catch all kinds of critters that are pretty elusive in this state.
Yeah.
You know, fishers and moose and things like that we normally don't see, and you show up with a picture on a trail cam, and I grew up close enough to Missouri that I got to see it. You got to show it to me.
I'm with you. I want to believe, man. I can't say it's not real, and I can't say it ain't. You know, I would love to see him, but I actually had to quit doing that show. It was starting to get on my brain too much. Yeah, that was crazy. Well, it's always a pleasure having you on, buddy. We'll get you back on towards the middle or end of the season and see how things are going. But just appreciate you, and thank you for everything you do at the DNR, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, Dan, and yeah, I'm glad you had me on to start talking about turkeys, because we're quickly approaching.
Oh, January 10th. I've already flipped the switch. It's turkey time.
Well, get outside today.
I will. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
Thank you, Dan.
There he goes, Jim Coffey. Fine fella right there. We love Jim Coffey. AJ, good morning, buddy. Good to see you. If that was me, I would have been eating turkey and mushrooms for dinner. Good morning, Hoyt. Good to see you. Oh, Pete. Yeah. Good morning, Tony. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. That's funny. Yeah, I just when that guy told me that, I never laughed. I hadn't laughed that hard in a long time. I've been assaulted by a turkey, Dan. Just crazy. 8:31 and some change here on the show. I'm going to take another call. If you live in the area, you can drive down to the station, and you want some Iowa Deer Classic tickets. I got another pair to give away. It's going to be March 7th through the 9th. It's going to be an awesome show as always. 244-1350, 244-1350. Just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 30 days, and just tell Andrew thanks for doing a good job, and he'll get you hooked up. So there you go. All right, no Smoking Joe this morning.
No, taking care of a sick wife.
Oh, well, he's a good guy.
I mean,
yeah,
he is.
Well, I'm not going to do a parody, or I'm not going to do a voice today because my voice is gone. So
oh no, it's not.
Yeah, I can't.
I hear it.
Okay. So I'm just going to tell you, if you're in the market for a new truck, a new car, or if this is something newer to you, go over to the Rock and Ore Labor Road at Carl Chevrolet. They got good financing, good rebate specials going on, and they'll take good care of you. Joe is not there today, but you could ask for Smoking Joe Smeltzer and tell him thanks for helping us do the outdoor show every week, and they'll take fine good care of you. If you need an oil change or tire rotation, go see my friends over at the Carl Chevrolet Quick Lane. They do an amazing job, and they'll get you in and out really quick. And they do. That's where I go to get all my stuff done, at the Rock on Ore Labor Road, Carl Chevrolet. All right, 8:32 and some change. Oh, I just last 2 days of deer season. I'm in the stand. Tony, good luck, buddy. Let me know how you do. I saw that, Hoyt. I was sorry to hear that he passed away. That's not good when they do that so young. He looked like a young man too. That's good. That's not good. So 8:33 and some change. When we come back, we'll I don't know what we're gonna do, because I'm all kind of caught up. I wonder if Skippy Peterson from Gearhead was out trying to trap a bobcat. And I think the season ended yesterday in Wisconsin. I haven't heard from him, so I don't know if he got a bobcat or not. But I'll tell you about something we're doing with Gearhead when we come back right here on 1350.
In the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea? Hop on over to the Lotta Pop store, located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny. That's where you'll find over 30 fresh flavors of the most delicious Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the fresh pop flavors like caramel, caramel apple, kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Arlie and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack, tin or gift package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school. For more information, contact Lotta Pop at 515
Got my decoys out, sitting in
or
the
go online
blind.
at lottapop.com.
Just sitting here in the dark.
Great tasting popcorn from Iowa since 1969.
Trying to hit my mark, living on Turkey Town.
Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today.
Dr. Don's been sick. Everybody say a prayer for Dr. Don. He's had the flu or something the last couple days. Dr. Don, you get better, buddy.
For a new direction or plan in their life.
We need to get him on here. It's Valentine's Day coming up. We need to get Dr. Don relationship tips.
Or just helping with everyday stress. Please consider calling me at New Life. We offer a family-friendly,
What was that we used to do?
straightforward approach to helping you to get through the layers of stress that can be harmful to your health, relationships, and
Dr. Outdoors Love
Staff at New
Life
Life
Yeah.
offer one-on-one sessions
that
that get right
that
to
was
the heart
that
of
was
the
a long time
matter. We
ago.
work with you so you can discover better choices on how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life. 515-225-4006 in West Des Moines. Or 964-5003 in Ankeny.
Nah, you're good, Pete. We're just teasing you.
NewLifeCounseling.com. We are
Friday, I'm going to be probably in Missouri.
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures for over 40 years. Itasca learned over the years that using only the highest quality materials and hardware is the way to make footwear for the whole family in all situations. Whether you're out elk hunting, chasing moose or whitetails, riding snowmobile trails, or ice fishing in sub-zero weather, Itasca Footwear will provide you not only a great fit, but comfort for all-day adventures. Itasca has sizes and styles for the whole family. You want to give them the same comfort and fit that you look for in footwear so everyone can enjoy their day. Look for Itasca Footwear, trusted by millions of customers at most major and family-owned retailers. For more information or footwear styles, please go to www.itascabrands.com. Itasca
Jackie's
Footwear.
our new director of First Impressions.
When you're heading up to northern Minnesota on your next fishing adventure, make sure you stop by Fred's Bait and Tackle in Deer River, Minnesota. Fred's Live Bait and Tackle is conveniently located at 361 Main Street, right on the way to Lake Winnie, and all the lakes you will fish in northern Minnesota. Sean and his crew have the liveliest bait ready for you to use, including fatheads, rainbows, shiners, and their famous river mix. Their bait is delivered fresh every day. Fred's Live Bait and Tackle also carries everything you need to get you on the water and ready to fish, including the latest rods, reels, terminal tackle, and snacks for your trip. Fred's also has spearing decoys, big suckers perfect for spearing season in the winter. So on your next fishing trip to northern Minnesota, stop by Fred's Live Bait and Tackle in Deer River or Little Winnie Trading Post and ask them where are the fish biting. Sean and everyone at Fred's Live Bait and Tackle and Little Winnie Trading Post will get you on the fish fast.
This sandwich is not just spicy, it's flavorful. Hi, this is Matayo, and this is Elsa. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe Sandwich is that spicy kick. Because the spice comes in at just the
Well,
right
Larry, the DSD only gives me so many decoys, buddy. I have to do it at the show.
It's a fun blend of
You know,
zesty
I'm lucky.
That's what really makes me happy.
I don't have an endless supply of product, bud.
Spicy Deluxe Sandwich
I would love to do it for everybody. It's just I gotta.
Real guests paid for their testimonials.
You know what? Get in your truck and drive up there, buddy. It's not that far. Heck, I drive 6 hours all the time.
1350 ESPN.
Yeah, Jeff, that's a good spot, man. Moose Lake. Love you, Larry. All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. So, contest running. We got the secret listener contest. That's on the app. You just listen Monday through Friday. Send me a screenshot of a show that you're listening to. My email's right on the app. How is your... I don't shoot Elite, Tony. I shoot a Gearhead. I switched over last year, bud. I shoot the Pivot Carbon 24. So we got the secret listener contest. Just shoot me a screenshot of a show you're listening to. And what are you laughing about?
What was that?
You're listening to.
I'm not inebriated at all.
It's a really big show.
I'm all right.
Yeah. And I'll put you in a hat, and we draw the winner on Saturday. We just drew Gene's name this morning, so we got that. We're gonna have a contest, a couple contests going on at the Deer Classic. If you buy a deer call or a turkey call, you're gonna get first 10 people are gonna get a Rupert's Roost and Rut and Peace turkey or hat. And then we've got a turkey package we're giving away. We've got a Game High turkey vest and a set of DSD decoys if you come by. We got that going on. If you buy a gearhead at the Deer Classic, if you go over, Skippy will be at Archery Field and Sports booth. Mark's got like 5 booths all put together, so he'll have a shooting cart there. So you can try all the gearheads out. You got to try the Pivot Carbon. That's my favorite. And if you buy one, you're going to be in the drawing for a antelope hunt to Trophies Plus Outfitters in Wyoming. And that's going to be your lodging, your meals, your guiding. The only thing you're going to have to be responsible for is your tag and your transportation and the tip. You got to tip your guides when you go on one of those trips, you know. So just make sure you tip them. And but that's like a $3,000, $3,500 hunt right there we're giving away. Plus I'll have some outdoors dance stuff in there as well for the winners. We'll have a Weeby knife package. Hey, Don Warren, how you doing, buddy? We'll have a Weeby knife package and a whole bunch of other stuff. And but that's the contest we're doing. And then I will have now, Larry. I do have this coming up. We're going to be giving away a Kansas whitetail hunt after turkey season. And here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm gonna make sure Donovan, everybody. But if you buy a Weeby knife or a Rupert's Rut and Peace deer call, when we do the contest, I'll put you in the drawing for the. Now this is like a $4,000 deer hunt, okay? To where I go hunting in Kansas. There's some big. There's been some 200-inch deer taken at this place. Donovan's got a lot of leases, and there's some tremendous deer on these properties. I think I've got a 155 average. The last 2 deer I've shot over at Donovan's has been over 160. So there's just some great bucks running around that central Kansas corridor. So if you buy a Weeby knife when we do the contest, or you buy a Rupert's Rut and Peace grunt call, I'm going to put you in the drawing. You're going to be able to qualify by listening to the Outdoor Call radio app during the week. So here's the deal. I think what I'm going to do, you can qualify and not buy anything. But if you want extra spots, I'm going to draw a qualifier every week. If I don't pick your name and you want to get in the contest, you're going to get an extra way to do that by buying a Weeby knife or a grunt call. I think that's a good idea, don't you, Andrew? Because that helps our partners.
It sure does.
And you can probably double dip, because eventually I'm going to pick your name on this contest, right?
Yeah.
And then you might have 2 or 3 other name your name in the hat 2 or more 3 times. Your odds of winning will go up.
It's a win-win for everybody.
Well, I think that's what we're going to do. You know,
I'd go for it.
So we'll start doing that after turkey season. That's what we're going to do, and I'll give that away. If you're going to put in for that hunt, I would tell you to do this. I would go ahead and put in for a preference point in Kansas for 2026. So when they open up the non-resident draw, I think it costs you like $1 or $2. Okay, I would go ahead and put in for a preference point, and then that way, if you win the trip, you know you're going to be able to get drawn in 2026, and I'll probably be out there with you. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be a nice hunt. Donovan's going to be at the Deer Classic, so if you want to come by and ask Donovan about how his hunting operation is, the food is phenomenal. The lodge is awesome. The camp is great. The guides are great. It's just a great spot to go hunting, and you're going to see some pretty cool deer. So that's what we got going on. And then also this summer, we're going to be starting the Pines Resort Big Walleye Trip giveaway, and we'll give that away in August. And you'll be able to use that in September or October to go up and fish for some late season walleyes. I went up there last year and I caught a bunch of 28, 29, 30-inch walleye. And it was a little chilly, but man, I caught a lot of fish. So we got some good stuff to do on the app this year, and on there too. So we'll probably do the app. I'm going to keep it on the app.
I would.
Because we already do trivia here and give stuff away. I think, and if you don't have the app, just go to your app store on your phone and download it. It's free. The Outdoor Call Radio app. It's free, and just listen. And what I'll do is I'll have a liner in there to tell you how to enter, and I'll pick one listener a week, and then like I said, if you want to get extra chances, all you got to do is just go buy a Weavy knife or a Rupert's Rut and Peace grunt call. Just do it online, and if you send me a copy of the order, I'll put you in the hat. I mean, that's pretty fair.
That's as good as it can get.
I think so. So we got a lot to do in the next couple months. I'm excited. I think that's fair. And then I'll right before turkey season, I'll do a couple more boot giveaways. I got some boots I'm going to be bringing in, but here's the thing: they're size 12. It's going to be the big Bigfoot boot giveaway for my Tasca and Outdoors Dan.
Love it.
No, it's size 12 only. So if you got a size 11 and a half, 12, you're going to be happy.
If you got a small dog that can live in it, then you're going to be happy.
But I'll have some other boot contests where if you win, you'll be able to get the prize or the size that you need. So, yeah. We got a lot to do, man. Download that app. It's free.
Download the app.
It's free. Free to listen, free to win. Free to download.
What more could you ask for?
I don't know. Like I said, we got really good shows on there Monday through Friday. And then Andrew runs all of my stuff on the weekends. So you get a chance to listen to past shows and catch up on something if you miss. And, hey, Roger Wild. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Great chance to dive into. If
Wear
you
a bunch of socks. There you go, Andrew.
Dive into the week before.
All you got to do is get your Norlander socks on, Andrew.
There you go.
Get that alpaca heavyweight socks, and that's all you got. That's all you need.
Oh, that's all you need.
Roger says he's in. Roger, you can actually put in for that contest.
Do it.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll start that after turkey season for the Kansas whitetail hunt. So, yeah. But like I said, if you're going to plan on entering that, I would go ahead and spend $1 or $2 and just go ahead and put in for a preference point for 2026. You know, I think that's a good thing to do. All right, I got to take a break. It's break time here. Break time. This is the last big break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If you are, we'd like to introduce you to Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping supplies cold and fresh wherever your adventure takes you. Arctic Ice Packs are a rugged ice substitute that maintains low temperature longer than a bag of ice and does not have the slushy mess that can contaminate what's in your cooler.
Pete won the Kansas hunt to Donovan's. He had a great time.
Keep your game or fish at 34 degrees for 3 to 4 days. If you're wanting to really freeze things up, try the Tundra Packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures for the travel back home. For tailgating or camping, try the Chillin' Brew Packs. They will keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can. If you want your game, fish, or camping goods to stay fresh and
when
cold,
are you going to give a moose hunt away? I have no idea. I don't even know where I can get a moose hunt. Moose hunts are ridiculous.
Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
Huh?
You're ready for your next outdoor adventure.
No.
Probably do it yourself in your spare time. You just don't know.
Yeah. Well, here, you want a moose hunt in Iowa? I'll give one of those away. We'll go out in the cornfield.
Whether it's one of our 5.0 or the 5.0,
yeah, moosey.
they can help you cover your boat fishing trips with a new Tacticam fish cam. It's waterproof and ready for
man.
fishing action.
I need to go on one more. I need to go on another moose hunt.
Wi-Fi compatible.
You're out, aren't you?
With over 2.5 hours
of me?
I didn't get one.
When's the last time you got one?
I've never killed a moose.
Oh, it's elk. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm out of elk, and I probably won't. I can't. Elk hunts are nuts. They're $9-10 grand now. It's stupid.
It's way too much.
It's ridiculous.
You'll be able to relive your trips like never before.
If you're going on an elk hunt with a bow, your odds of killing an elk are like 8-9%. That's a lot of money
this
for
is
8 or
Dave
9%.
from JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale.
If you're rifle
We're a
hunting, your
full-service gun
odds go
shop that
way up.
specializes in helping you find the right firearm for your needs. We carry new and used firearms for all shooting disciplines, from self-defense to shooting enthusiasts, as well as folks who like to hunt. We have recently expanded our store to better serve your needs. We still accept trades on all types of guns. We'll also look at any
so we
firearm
gave away the
wish to
tickets.
sell or put on consignment. JLM Shooter Supply carries firearms to meet any budget,
Gave away
and we
2 pair
can even
tickets.
special order items for those who like to add higher-end
Boy,
guns
show
to
went
their
quick
collection.
today, didn't it?
JLM also has a full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo and hearing protection to gun cleaning kits, holsters, and sights, we handle it all at JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. Please stop by and see us at 6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
Have you been looking for an easier way to haul your gear for your outdoor adventures or projects? Well, have you looked at Compass Carts? Compass Carts offers a unique and durable system for all of your outdoor needs. Compass Carts works with your e-bikes for easy loading of your game, gear, or what you need to go from camp, tailgates, or to the project site. They offer several hitch options so you can use your ATV or your side-by-side as well. Compass Carts have great suspensions that hold up to big payloads, wheel options that can handle over 300-pound loads while holding up to the harshest terrains with no flats. They also convert to a carrier for your bike or gear by simply loading to your vehicle hitch with ease. So no more struggling to get your deer, elk, or other game and gear back. Just load it on your Compass Cart and you're on your way. For more information, check them out, compasscarts.com, or find a dealer near you.
Was I short on that one?
Going fishing is something we look forward to all week. We all want to be better at it and use the best gear available. Gear that will help us feel the bite better and give superb casting performance. Well, when it comes to sensitivity and longer casts, Trica has people talking. Trica rods are scientifically proven to be more sensitive.
I believe the Chiefs are not cheaters.
2 times as sensitive as other costly rod brands. Trica casting performance will give you up to 26%
Andrew's
longer
got a
cast
scarlet
to keep
leather
your
shirt
bait
on.
in the strike
You ever
zone
read the scarlet
Trica
letter?
knows you work hard for your money, and they want to give you a rod that will cast longer.
Andrew's got a scarlet letter shirt on, big A.
On your
You
wallet.
cheater,
Trica rods are
you
significantly less
big
than other
cheater.
high-end rods available.
He cheats in
They
fantasy.
offer a 1 year
He does.
no questions
Really?
asked guarantee.
Yeah, how do you
Trica
cheat in
rods can
fantasy?
be
He's a
returned for
fantasy
any reason
football
up to 1
cheater.
year after purchase. They also come with a limited lifetime warranty. If you want to see what has anglers talking, go check out Trica rods at Trica.com.
Come over here.
Have you ever been out hunting and starting to do the hard work of breaking down that game you just
Look,
tagged? Only
he's got
to
the
have
scarlet
your
letter on right there, big A.
Go Braves!
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about a knife that will never let that happen to you. That's
ATL, baby. You know what? My teachers back in elementary school are so proud of me right now. He actually learned something. He remembered the name of that book.
Have trouble keeping an edge on a knife? Go check out WeebyKnives.com.
They're going to call you up.
Scalpel blades that make sure you always have a sharp
I actually had one of my teachers get a hold of me and told me they were proud of me. They said, we were worried about you, Dan.
I'm going to be honest. There were some times where I was.
Yeah, I took that as a compliment, but after I just said that, I think he was making a dig.
Weeby Knives, wicked sharp, my baby. Now that's a knife. Get yours at WeebyKnives.com and tell them Outdoors Dan sent you.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. You know, I got to tell you, I've been seeing a lot of hate out there. I don't like it. I do not believe that my Chiefs are cheaters.
Then you don't believe hard enough.
You know what? I'm sorry. And you can say what you want, but they don't get any more calls than Tom Brady used to get. Peyton the Whiner Manning used to get calls all the time. I don't know how many times I saw him crying to refs to get a personal injury flag or whatever whatever. Tom, the Patriots used to get calls left and right. Come on, man.
I will give you that. It was the star quarterbacks of the league, like the real like Mahomes, Brady type. They get those calls. They're going to invent you looked wrong at Mahomes. 15-yard penalty. Mahomes was injured.
Yeah.
Mahomes got a hang now.
Break what, Rick? I'm sorry. I just don't think. Listen. It's good to be passionate about your team, but I just don't think that Now, have the refs made some bad calls? Absolutely, but I see that in every football game. There's bad calls. They miss. I see face masks getting missed and not called. I see offsides being. It's everywhere. If you want to say that the refs need to be, I don't know why they don't go to instant replay on the penalties. That would take care of everything right there. Let the coach challenge the penalty.
Yeah.
And that would get rid of everything right there.
Give them 2 challenges on penalties.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do unlimited, but give them a couple, and
I give them 2 per game.
Yep.
And
how many games though have decided, because if the Chiefs really didn't do anything, or if they don't get those calls, then challenge it. Challenge it. That would be, again,
Justin Jefferson gets mauled every time he goes after a pass.
Every time.
He gets pass interference on him almost on every play, and they don't call 80% of it.
And
I just, like I said, I think there's some bad officiating. No offense to the officials. Yes.
Yes.
100%. Do I think the Chiefs are cheating? No, I don't think the Chiefs are cheating. I think Andy Reid is the coach of the year, a decade. So I love Andy Reid.
I love it that too.
I love Andy the Bundle-Rooski Reid a lot. Bundle-Rooski. I love those commercials. Bundle-Rooski.
I love that 2 of his teams are in the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah, I mean
he helped bring the Eagles back.
Yeah. And I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I want to thank you for spending 2 hours with me this morning. You guys are awesome. Thank you for everybody that messaged and said hi, and good luck to everybody that's out there hunting. Tony, I hope you do well on your your last hunt. So good luck out there. Send me a picture if you get one. Andrew and I will be back next week, God willing. And you can tune in on Wednesday for Turkey Talk Radio at 5 o'clock on the Outdoor Call Radio app, or you can watch it here on the Imperial RV live stream. I would please get the app, because eventually everything is going to be on the app. Eventually. Good show again. Thank you much. Rick Seeker. Oh, Rick, man, he was in the contest for the secret listener at least 3 or 4 times this week. You're welcome, Rick. We appreciate you, buddy. So I'm looking forward to it. Another big week. I don't know what I'm going to give away next week. It'll be something good, though. Something decent. It always is. It's good, so. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go home, see how the wife's doing, pack up the dog, and do a little shed hunting. I think that's what I'm going to do, and get my Tacticam camera out. It's turkey scouting season. So, y'all be good. If you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, I will talk with you soon. God bless you. And be safe and be good to one another. We'll see you next time. Bye! Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. Let me know if you need anything. Otherwise, I will see you on Wednesday on Turkey Talk. Bye!
There's one place in